Metal Mark here with Hiran from Battlecross. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm fucking happy because my Battlecross withdrawals are gone because you're here tonight. At the end of this tour, which has been quite amazing, as you said earlier, man.
Yeah, it's been awesome, man. Since this kicked off in late November, it's just been killer. You know, all the bands have been awesome. The shows have been fun. Everyone's been coming out having a good time. So we're just glad, we were able to pull this together and come out and do this before we kind of ended the year. And this is kind of like the last tour of this album cycle. So we're glad we could make this happen for everybody and, for everyone that came out and all the bands and everything. So.
Well, the one really awesome thing you did with this tour was the stuff you did with the veterans and all of that. Was this something you've wanted to do for a long time and now it's just the right time, or?
It just honestly popped up at the right moment. And, when everything fell through with Machine Head, it was like, okay, we got to do a tour. We got to make something happen. And instead of just going and doing a headliner, we wanted to put something behind the headliner and actually make it, something a little more, especially around the holidays, doing something that's a little more kind of giving back to everybody and kind of drawing attention a little bit to what we were doing. So, it was a good mixture of making that happen. And, obviously, we've supported the vets for a long time, and just in our attitude and just who we are as people. And we just come on to give back, and, who better to give back than, to the vets. So.
Very cool. You mentioned the end of the album cycle, which made me kind of happy, because does that mean new material is on its way?
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah, we've been demoing some stuff with the time off that we've had. So we're planning to go in the studio in January and go record the third one. So yeah.
That's the greatest news. That's better than any Christmas present I got all year.
Yeah, man, we're going to Mark Lewis and Jason Sukoff.
Lark Mewis?
Lark Mewis and Jason Jukoff.
Haudio Ammer.
Haudio Ammer.
Love those dudes.
Yeah, they're awesome guys, and we're glad we get to work with them this time around. And this will be the first kind of working with Jason, but we've worked with Mark on the last record, so. But we're glad Jason stepped in, and we're just excited to work with him. I mean, he did the solo on Beast, and worked with us on little things with the last one. So I'm just excited just to get full on working with that guy, because I love him. He's an awesome dude, and Mark's great, and we're psyched about the material, man. It's just the stuff we've been demoing has just been really awesome, and we're pumped up about it. And yeah, I'm just excited to get it done and get it out to everybody.
Yeah, the progression you've had, with the albums has been tremendous. So without saying the heaviest and the best and the most brutal album, what are you hearing in the demos right now?
It's gonna be the heaviest, most brutal fucking album you ever heard in your life.
Yes!
I swear to goddamn. You know what I'm saying? God damn it! Hey, listen up. No, you know what? It's just to me, it's just a progression of what we're doing as a band. We're not trying to, we're not trying to say it's, I don't know how else to describe it, but that it's just us, and we didn't try to do we didn't try to create something. We weren't trying to say, well, we need to do another War of Will, or we need to do another Pursuit of Honor. We're just doing another album that's us, a progression of who we are. And the songs kind of came out how just what we were feeling, and we don't ever try to box ourselves into we have to sound like this, we have to write thrash. I think there's more variety to what we're doing. There's a little bit of songs that kind of have their own character to it, kind of like where War of Will went. And then I think it's just another progression. Of course, it's going to still be us. Yeah. We're still putting our stamp on it, but I think it's just going to be, you just have to listen to it and check it out. I hate to really put too much into it, because everyone builds expectations for it, and just don't ever have expectations for an album. Too many people put stock on oh, it's got to, I can't wait for it. It's I hope it sounds like, Pursuit of Honor, or I hope
it doesn't, you suck.
Yeah, exactly. Too many people put stock into I expect how it should sound, and I think if people went into listening to an album with more open ears and not even expecting anything, just listen to it for what it is. That to me is the true test of whether or not you're going to like an album. I could sit there and tell you that I think it's our best material, but until you listen to it, it's a listener's choice. You know what I mean? We might think something's awesome, but someone else thinks it's great. Music is subjective, so can't really tell you anything other than that it's just us, and we're just doing what we do, and we're not gonna, you know, slow down or lighten up for anybody. You know, we're still gonna keep our roots and our why what we do is it's gonna show in the music. You know, but we definitely don't box ourselves into any sort of genre, or I don't care about pleasing an elitist metal fan. I don't give a fuck about any of that. We just do what we do. So if you like it, listen to it. If you don't, fuck off.
Fair enough. Well, obviously, you've done right because your fan base has grown tremendously over the past few years, and obviously this year you went to Europe for the first time.
Yeah.
How do you compare your European audience to the American audience? So I mean, it was the first time, but
yeah. I mean, you know, going over there because we're thankful enough to go over there twice because we did the first run with Trivium and Killswitch, and then got to go again for the festival. So it's cool, man. It's different. You know, I think each crowd just, you know, it's hard to judge because, you know, it was like a first time over there. So I think people were, number one, still getting used to us, but there's also fans that already knew who we were and that were excited. So, you know, I see the same sort of excitement that you see here, and I think like the German crowd was awesome, man. They totally dug it. You know, it's very, very into it. Even playing Ireland was awesome. Like, that was our first time ever playing there, and the crowd was so. I mean, I think everywhere we've gone, it's been really receptive. But it's hard to compare because, I mean, first time we played the States, I mean, it was, you know, each crowds were different and they just got better and better, you know, like each tour and everything just changes. So I think over time, you know, I can probably maybe make a comparison, but I think overall everybody's is awesome and just super cool and excited to be there. And I think, you know, I see us as a genuine band, so I think people really.
You're one of the few that I would
that.
just strictly say it's a heavy metal band.
Yeah, dude, totally. And I don't really like to, you know, put too many labels on our sound.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're a metal band, and whatever you want to classify us as, you know, go for it. You know, however you want to listen to it, that's cool. But, you know, I think people just really responded to the live show, and just, you know, we definitely tried to meet the fans and get out there and meet everyone that was at the show. So I think we connected really well on that level with them, and it was awesome, man. I mean, it was totally cool, and I mean, we love playing here too, man. It's always, every time it gets better and better to me, you know. It's like, we didn't really know how these shows were going to go, and doing another headliner, because we did a headliner in July, and we took out Alkilia, and Crimson Shadows was supposed to be on it, and they didn't get into the country. So, you know, this time around, I think we have, you know, some support from War, you know, War of Ages and Wretched have done some extensive touring too, so I think that's bringing in new audiences, and I think the shows have been it's just crazy to see how quickly this got put together and how well the show's been doing well, you know, the turnouts have been. So
it's because you don't suck.
We try not to.
Well, 2014 obviously is coming to an end.
Yes.
So you did the European tours and touring here, headlining tours and everything. Can you describe the year in one word?
God. One word?
One word. There might be a hyphen if you need one.
God, one word. Amazing.
There you go.
Amazing. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I mein, we're a bunch of fucking jackoffs from Detroit, and we've been to, you know, Europe twice and South America and toured the States, and it's just incredible, man, to see the response that we've been getting from the fan base and just from what we do. I mean, we're playing from a variety of different bands, you know, so amazing. Yeah, no other way to put it.
Very cool. It's because you guys are fucking amazing. Thank
Thanks,
you very
man.
much. New record coming next year?
New record coming.
New record, like up to the top!